Welcome to the Story Lantern, the silent clockmaker of Bellmere. In the charming little town of Bellmere, there lived an old clockmaker named Elias. His workshop was small, tucked between two crooked houses on the cobbled street, yet it was always filled with the steady tick-tock, tick-tock of clocks of every size and shape. Elias was different from the rest of the townsfolk. He never spoke. People thought he was mute, though his gentle smile and twinkling eyes spoke louder than words. Children loved to press their noses against his shop window, staring at the glittering pendulums and the intricate watches. Adults admired his craftsmanship but often whispered, "Strange man," never a word from him. At the heart of Bellmere stood the grand clock tower, tall and proud, its chimes guiding the lives of the villagers. But one evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills, the tower fell silent. Its hands froze, and the great bell refused to toll. Fear swept through the village because of an old belief: if the tower clock stopped, misfortune would fall upon Bellmere. The villagers hurried to Elias's shop. "Please, Elias," they begged. "You're the only one who can fix it." Elias nodded calmly, picked up his worn leather toolkit, and set off toward the tower. Hours passed. The villagers huddled in the cold night air, staring up at the lifeless tower. Midnight drew near, and despair gripped their hearts. Then suddenly, dong! The clock struck once, then twice, then 12 times. The tower glowed in the moonlight as its hands began to move again. The people erupted in cheers, but when Elias descended the stairs, his face was pale, and his hands trembled. For the first time in years, he spoke. The clock was not broken, it was neglected. Dust, rust, and silence had almost killed it. Just like time, if you ignore it, it dies. The villagers stood stunned. Elias continued softly, "You all think I am silent, but I am not silent, I listen. While you wasted time in gossip, in envy, in idle chatter, I spent mine learning, working, and creating. That is why I can mend time, because I respect it." The crowd fell silent. Even the mayor bowed his head in shame. They realized that the clock tower was not just a machine, but a mirror of their lives. Their neglect, their wasted hours, had made their community weak. From that day forward, Bellmere changed. The villagers rose earlier, worked harder, and spoke less but acted more. The children began to say, "Be like Elias, quiet in words, loud in deeds." And the greatest twist of all? Years later, when Elias passed away, the grand clock tower never stopped ticking again. Some believed Elias had left a secret mechanism inside. Others whispered he had given the tower a piece of his own soul. But everyone agreed on one truth. Elias had taught them that time itself was magical, and those who honor it can change destiny. Moral: time is the most precious treasure. Waste it, and you lose everything. Respect it, and you gain the power to change your destiny. Like and subscribe.